Hey everybody, me and Potato are out on a walk today. We're gonna do a walk and talk. Look at these things. We're gonna do a walk and talk today. I hope you don't mind that. You know, there's actually a guy that I watch on YouTube. I can't remember his name, but when I think about it, I'll put it in the description. Like, that's what he does to earn money. He walks and he talks. He has a YouTube channel. He doesn't have a real job. He doesn't even have a real house. He's like a nomad, and he goes around and he like records himself walking in like these different beautiful places, and he talks about things, and that's how he makes his money. And then sometimes if he needs to increase his cash flow, he'll do like seasonal jobs wherever he is, and that's how he lives, and it's freaking awesome. This is a park that we've come to millions of times, but we always came with Aiden and his OT, and so we always had to walk a specific way. And so we're exploring a different path today. We don't know where it leads, but we're trying it. So anyways, do you want to go straight or do you want to go? That goes to the road. Where do you think this goes? Oh, let's find out. It doesn't say we're not allowed to come this way, so it does kind of put us closer to the alligators though. I don't know. How does it look with the sun behind me? Is it blinding them?
Literally.
It's literally blinding them? No? It looks clear.
Clear enough.
A big bird just landed. It's on the path. See it? Oh man, I wish we had our good camera. We need to start bringing our good camera again. If we walk, we're gonna scare it away. And there's a person up there too. Oh, he just flew. So anyways, let me get to the topic of the video. That I'm too fat. So this is what happens. I've had health insurance through the marketplace for many years, and I got an email saying that the plan that I was on was going to end, so I would need to reapply, and I would either get put in the plan that they choose for me, or I could pick a new plan. So I called them yesterday because I was trying to do it on the website and I was having problems. So I called and I said, you know, can you just tell me what the plan is that you would put me in? So she says, sure. And then she says, well, you've got to do the application first, but we can do it on the phone. I said, all right, let's do it. I don't know. We can't go that way. It's very hard to walk and talk when you're fat. Anyways, we go through the whole process and she goes, okay, this is the plan that we'll put you in. It's called the da-da-da, and it costs $600 and whatever dollars a month. I said, that's too expensive. What other plans you got? So she says, well, how much are you looking to spend? I said, how about 100? So she goes, she looks and she says the cheapest plan that you qualify for is $500 whatever dollars. And it would be the same, like the same kind of plan that I'm already on that sucks. I said, okay, just, you know what, like what it expires at the end of the year, you know, on the 31st. So how about after that I just don't have insurance? She goes, okay, so you don't want to apply for 2026? I said, no. No, ma'am. I do not. So then I had remembered that, oh, there's people coming, hold on. So I remembered that I had heard about like a Christian ministries type of insurance, okay? So I looked it up and I gave them a call. And I looked at their website first, and they had like an individual plan for $200 a month, like a basic kind of plan for an individual. And I said, well, you know, that's better than 500. So I couldn't really, like, you can't really get into the specifics of the details on the website without applying. So I called them and I said, you know, I explained the situation, that I couldn't afford the health care on the marketplace, and I was wondering if, you know, he could explain to me, you know, how their insurance works and the pricing and da-da-da. He says, yeah, sure. Let me get your information first. He asks, you know, different kinds of questions. He asks, what's your height and your weight? So I tell him. And he says, unfortunately, we have a BMI limit and you're over that limit. So we wouldn't be able to approve you for the insurance until you're under that BMI limit. And I am like, okay. I said, so, you know, I get under that BMI limit and I call you back, what happens? So he says, you know, we would check your medical records, because of course they gotta make sure you're not lying and just be like, oh yeah, I weigh this much. They would check it, and then it would be a really fast process to, you know, put all the information and get the insurance started. So I weighed myself this morning with my clothes and my shoes on, because, you know, if they're going by medical records, you know, you always weigh more at the doctor's office with everything on. So I need to lose 30 pounds to qualify for their insurance. What is screaming like that? That's right, folks. 30 pounds. 30 pounds by January 1st. I don't even know if that's doable. So I'll just say 30 pounds as quickly as possible, because as of the 31st of December, that will be my last day of having insurance. Look at how fluffy their necks are and their bodies. I would love to pet one. Oh, something just hit my face. £30. Now listen, I knew that I had to lose weight, obviously, and that was the plan. And I did really well for a week. I was doing intermittent fasting, so I wasn't eating dinner. I was having, 2 meals earlier in the day, and then I would be fasting for about 18 hours. And I was cutting back on the carbs and stuff like that. Look at that little bird. He's so cute. His little yellow belly. There's a bird up ahead. I hope it doesn't fly away. But I lost 14 pounds in a week, so I know I can do it. It's a matter of sticking to it, And giving up soda is really the hardest thing for me. Let's see how close we can get, if we can walk by him without him flying away or pecking us. I'll go first in case he decides to peck us. Be very quiet. Thanks, buddy. Gorgeous. We are very blessed to live where we live with this beautiful nature. We have so much beautiful nature and we absolutely love it. We absolutely love it. 30 pounds. So we went this morning to the school that she's zoned for because we're having some issues getting her. The way they have the system now is we have to reserve her a seat, and then before you can like do the paperwork to register her and stuff. And you have to do it online, and the system is telling us she's already in the system and it's not letting us reserve her a seat, but then the school is telling us she's not in the system. So look at a blue jay. He just ate something. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see him on the GoPro. Oh my gosh, look at that right there. These birds are really used to people. Really used to people. Do you remember that one time we came and the ibis were following us? There was this whole group of ibis following us. It was crazy. But anyway, so, you know, we went in person to figure it out. So hopefully she will be able to start in person next week. So the plan would be, because she's got, you know, high school starts pretty early, like 7 something. So I'll drop her off and then I'll immediately go for a walk, a long walk every single day. I'm going to use my pedometer to make sure I'm getting enough steps every day and all that kind of stuff. Look at this. Speaking of ibises. So I'm going to do a lot of walking. I'm going to do the intermittent fasting again and cut down on those carbs. Of course, no soda, and see how it goes. And tomorrow I have to go to get my lab work done for the endocrinologist, and then I go back to see him in less than 2 weeks. So we'll see what he says about whatever. At this point, you know, I don't know any details of what is going on, if there's a thyroid problem, if there's diabetes, if he's gonna want me to take something, I don't know. I've been researching like the different medications and things, so I would not take one of the newer ones just because of the GI side effects, and I already have so many GI problems that I'm not willing to take the chance of being more incapacitated, so to speak, with GI problems. It's Clammy. Oh, he's way over there. Oh, we love Clammy. He's the one that they break open all the, what are they, clams? Yeah, I guess that's why we call him Clammy, isn't it? But I'll show you over here. I don't know if you'll see on the GoPro, but those birds, what are the, was the real name Limpkins, I think it is. If you look right there on the shore, you see like all those busted open clams. So sometimes you can see him busting them open, which is really cool. So we named him Clammy. Of course, there's more than one, but we've also seen Clammy and his family and his little babies, which are really cute. Clammy is one of our favorites. Okay, we've only got 17 battery. I've only got 17% left on the battery, so we're gonna wrap up this walk and talk. The endocrinologist might put me on something that might help the weight come off faster. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But for now, 30 pounds. Squirrel. Oh, he's so cute. He's such a baby. He's begging. He thinks we have food. We ain't got no food. We got nothing to feed you. Sorry. You're very nice, though. Is he gonna jump over here? Oh my gosh, he did. What a little beggar you are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you want to go straight or cut that way? I say we go straight. What, you don't want to walk the long way? You want to go that way? She doesn't want to walk the long way. I'm blaming her. But it's true, she doesn't want to walk the long way. So anyways, 30 pounds. Insurance ends at the 31st of December. But let us all remember that we are part of the We Do Not Care Club. We will not stress about it. We will just do the best we can with where we are and what we have. And we will trust the Lord, and we will enjoy our days and our beautiful nature. Thanks for joining us, guys.